Okay, I've talked enough about Angelia Jordan. To me, every song she sings, she sounds the same. You know, so apparently, the style of singing she does is that way. I don't say she's doing this, but let me talk to you about scooping notes. Okay? Scooping notes is the fact you didn't bring enough air into your lungs and your diaphragm isn't developed enough to be able to carry the phrase without scooping notes. Scooping notes is I hear, I believe, ah, ah, ah. You hear me scooping it? You scoop to get to the note instead of hearing the note and hitting it on pitch. Man, I had a teacher, I was bad about that, I'll admit it. I scooped a lot of notes. That's the way I learned how to sing, scooping notes, you know. But I remember a teacher told me, he said, you're going to not scoop any notes again, or you're not going to even come to my class to have me teach you how to sing. Do you understand me? What you're going to do, you're going to learn how to be able to breathe through the phrase. And you're on pitch on every note that you sing. And you don't need to scoop your notes. Angelia Jordan has a good voice. I never said she didn't have a good voice. I never did. But it's an average singing voice pertaining to other average singers. Okay? Marketing. I'm a singer. And I got to get marketed. So what I do is I get a manager. Could be daddy, mommy, I don't know. You get a manager. Somebody to work with you, get you gigs. Okay? In other words, Angelia Jordan had somebody in the background that was throwing her all through YouTube, Spotify, what else? Apple Music, Billboard. Billboard's very important to play on radio stations. The whole thing about Angelia Jordan is the reason why I'm on her is the same reason I was on The Warning. You know, if you're passionate about your artist, how passionate are you? I like to ask. How passionate are you? You know, I don't know what this is. I got weird stuff popping up here. I got Wi-Fi, and I'm sorry guys, phone picks up Wi-Fi. I don't know. Like I said, Angelia Jordan is just one singer out of many, many, many singers. And I have worked with quite a few singers. I have, over the years. What I try to teach them is to use their diaphragm. That's where the power comes in. You can go hear an opera, and a tenor can be on that stage with no microphone and sing, and right up at the balcony at the very last seat you can hear every word he sings. The soprano, same thing. Okay? So, I mean, you know, I love Angelia Jordan. I will say she's not hard on the eyes. She's a beautiful young lady. Gorgeous young lady. But I'm going to be watching her like I watched The Warning. You know. But I'm going to go ahead and end this today because my health's bizarre. It's just weird. You know, I can't even figure it out, to be honest with you. But Angelia Jordan is almost at 1 million. I think she's got 995,000. Almost at 1 million on YouTube. I still would like to know the type of audience I see are old people, children, and young kids. That's what I'm seeing right now. If you'll look at her audience when they're panning it, look at them. They're very old people. I mean, people in their 60s and 70s. You know. But I'm the type of person, I listen to all music. It doesn't matter what it is. I love rap. I listen to a lot of rap. You know, but it comes down to the fact, and I'll say it again, as a soloist, you got to sell the song to your audience, and they have to buy it. Because if you don't sell the song to your audience, you're not going to have any fans. So I'm hoping to see Angelina Jordan blossom, just like Taylor Swift did. I'm telling you, Taylor Swift, I heard her, this is years ago, when she was in her country stage, and I thought, what a cute little girl trying to sing country music. Are you kidding me? I laughed at her. I thought she was a joke. I really did. You know, and I didn't give her the time of day. I didn't. I forgot all about it. Then I started watching. I used to watch the Grammys and predict winners. Girlfriends and my wife said, how do you do that? And I said, I'm good at listening. I noticed Taylor Swift kept winning awards. Like, what the hell? Why is this woman that can't do crap? She writes love songs. How the hell is she getting all these? Well, you've got a record label working with her. You've got managers that are working with her. And it is right now, Taylor Swift is the absolute best artist in the world. And if you can find anybody that can come close to her, tell me, please. Taylor Swift did what no artist has done. All over the world, she sold out her concerts and the Eras Tour. There were people outside of the stadium singing her songs word for word because they couldn't get in to hear her, but they loved her so much that they stood out in the parking lot singing her songs. So my question to you is, how passionate are you towards Angelina Jordan? I like to say, how passionate are you? I'm going to go ahead and end this, try to figure out what I'm going to eat. And gosh knows, I'm just in a world of hurt. I really am. Now I'm hoping that my digestive system improves. It's pretty bad when the GI doctor says, there's nothing more we can do for you, son. You know, you just got to learn how to eat trial and error. You know. I'm going to go ahead and end this, and like I said, I know a lot about music and singing. Peace.